All right, I think we're ready to go.
All right, perfect. We'll just switch put me on the big
yes.
screen. Yeah, and then we'll be ready. Perfect. Thank you, Sasha.
All right.
All right.
There we go.
We good?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Hello, everybody. Megan here with Ocean Rehab and Fitness. And that was the lovely Sasha. And today we're going to be working out our usual Thursdays at noon workout. Today we're going to be getting our heart rate up a little bit. We're going to be working on cardio and moving our whole bodies. And we're also going to be working on a little bit of breath work at the beginning, and just to try and get into our deepest core, which is called our transverse abdominis. And I a lot of times just say TVA because it's a lot easier. This is basically the stabilizing muscle of your trunk that is going to support your spine. So whether you sit in a chair, whether you walk, whether you use a cane, crutches, it doesn't matter. This is going to be your main stabilizer of the spine. So anytime we are like twisting or reaching away from the body, getting up from a chair, standing, that kind of thing, this is like key. And this is arguably more important of a muscle than like our six-pack muscles that we see. Those, like when you see somebody that's really lean and they have a lot of about 6 to be exact, the rectus abdominis here, this is like way more important. So you can't see it, so it's a lot of hard work for it feels like nothing, but it actually does aid in a lot of stability, and that's what leads to a strong core when we start from the foundation and then move our way out. Okay, so just a little bit of background there for those of you that like to know why we're doing what we're doing. For the equipment today, we're going to be using a band. It doesn't have to be crazy heavy, just probably more for shoulder stabilizing exercises. So I would pick like a lighter band if you have an option. If you don't have a band, you can do like stretchy yoga pants. You can use tights. Those work really well. If you have any compromised grip, I do recommend having something like this in the band. Otherwise, we can do things like this where we wrap the hands around. Okay. We're going to have a dowel. So anything that is longer than longer, wider than your shoulders, easy to grip for yourself, and light. We don't need this to be heavy. Okay. And then, other examples, we can also be using like an umbrella, a cane, a dragon boat paddle, a dead hockey stick, anything like that. Broomstick. And then the last thing we're going to use is a ball of some sort. I'm showing with a weighted ball, but that doesn't mean you have to use a weighted ball. You can use those bender balls are really nice. I know some of us have those bender balls. You can use a yoga block. It doesn't even need to be a ball, but just something light. We don't want to have hand on hand. So I need you to hold something. Even a water bottle would work. Soup can, whatever it is that you have. I do recommend this to be a little bit lighter unless you want the challenge. Then I would say 2 to 3 pounds for everybody that I can see in here. Okay. Alrighty. And if anyone has any questions or comments while we're going along, there is a chat box. So feel free to just put your message in the chat or your question. You can put it out to the group, or you can just put it to myself or to Sasha, and one of us will get back to you right away. And I think that's all I had. So I think we're going to get started. So let's get started into the breathing right away. So we're going to get tall, looking at your posture. So that means getting tall. Your ribs are going to be right over your hips. So we don't want to be like slouching back. We don't want to be jutting the ribs forward. We want to have a nice stacked torso. So we're sitting really high on those sit bones if possible. Shoulders roll back slightly, chin is slightly tucked, and we're going to start breathing. So I just want you to breathe normally. You can even shut your eyes if you want, if that works for you. And I want you to just notice where your breath is coming from. Okay. So breathe. It can be in through your nose. It can be in through the mouth. It can be out through the nose, out through the mouth. I don't care right now. I'm not giving any direction. I just want you to notice how do you breathe when we're sitting tall. Okay. Some of you know what we're going to be doing next, so it might be challenging to not go into that breath. So just try and do your default and just see what comes up. Are you noticing your chest rising and falling? Are you noticing your belly expanding? Are you noticing both? Where is your breath coming from? Hey, Marnie, jump on in. Okay, now that we've noticed that, we're going to take it a little bit deeper and we're going to do a little bit more of a controlled breath where we're all going to do it together. So I would like you to just place one hand on your chest, and then if possible, we're going to put one hand on your belly, okay? And we want to focus on here we're just going to be doing the breathing. We're not going to activate TVA quite yet. So we're going to think of inhaling, and we want to think of expanding in the belly. So instead of a chest breath, which a lot of us might have done on that last one, where our chest is rising and falling like this, we want to kind of skip that and think of inhaling through the belly. So this hand that's at my abdominals, as I inhale, it's going to expand. Inhale. And then exhale. And you're just going to let it naturally fall in. Okay, keep going. Inhale. And exhale. Let it fall. Again. Inhale. I can't see you, Marnie, because it's one way. So it's perfect. If you can see me, then you've got it all set up. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Okay, good. We're going to do 8 more. Inhale. Exhale. If you're not at my tempo, that's okay. Inhale and exhale. Try and get nice and tall. Don't forget that. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Belly expands and exhale. And inhale, belly expands. And exhale. Good. 4 more here. Inhale. Notice how my chest doesn't move. Exhale. Just my lower hand is rising and falling. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, I'll do 1 more. Everybody's probably ahead of me. Inhale. And exhale. Awesome. Good. Okay, so that's the beginning part of this. So now on the exhale, instead of just letting our belly sink down naturally, we're going to actively pull our belly button in. So I want you to think, if any of you wear chest straps or like chest straps or waist straps when you work out, if you're a higher level injury, you might. So imagine that chest strap or like a corset being wrapped around your trunk. So as we exhale, we're going to think of drawing everything in. So it's like someone took a corset and just tied it really tight, but it's not in the front. It's bracing all the way to your back body, all the way behind the ribs. So as we inhale, we do that belly breath. Inhale. And now think of everything contracting on the exhale. And everything's getting really tight. So you might feel everything in here like pull up, belly button draws in, and the ribs collapse in. And we want to think of a brace, okay? I like to use crocodiles as an example because if you see them breathe, they expand, like even in their back, their body expands at their ribs and then everything contracts in. Okay, so let's try that for 8 together. So if you want feedback, I like having my hand here and my hand up my low belly for feedback. You can also just do this. Okay, here we go. Inhale, exhale, and actively contract. Everything draws in. Good. And again, inhale, exhale, and again, inhale, 3, and exhale, and inhale, 4, and exhale. If you need to shut your eyes, that's okay. I'm going to keep counting for you. And inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale. Last 3, inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale. Last one, inhale, and exhale. Good. So I challenge you through this workout to try and get that exhale and get everything nice and tight and braced as we do our movement. Really hard to add on movement if this is new. So don't worry about it if you can't get it today, but that's something you can work on. And you can also work on it lying supine or lying on your back in bed or on the floor. Okay, really easy to work on it when we're supported by the floor. Okay, so little hints there for you to work on it on your own. If accessible to you and you're at that level, start incorporating that into our movement today. Okay, we're gonna start. Here we go. Tuck the chin, rounding down, cat cow. All the way down until you can't round the back anymore. Take a deep breath when you're on the floor. Slowly rolling up, nice and slow. Use your hands to walk yourself up your body if you need to. Hands come behind you, shoulder blades in your back pockets. Reach your heart up to the ceiling and lift. Deep breath here. And we're going to do that again. Tucking the chin, rounding down. All the way down. Slowly rolling down till you can't go anymore. Slowly rolling up. Hands behind you. Welcome, Barbara. Shoulder blades in your back pockets. Eyes to the ceiling. Heart up. Deep breath here. Okay, moving nice and slow. And then we do that again. Tuck your chin. Rounding in the spine. We're doing 2 more. Getting nice blood flow to the spine. Movement. Warmth. Slowly roll up. Hands behind you. Eyes to the sky. Shoulder blades in your back pockets. Lift your heart to the ceiling. And again, last time, tuck that chin, rounding down. Slowly rolling down. And rolling up. Good. Hands behind you, heart to the ceiling. Arch that back. Make a C curve out of your back. And then we're going to tip. Good. We're going to come right on our hand or our elbow, and we're going to reach up. And then you're going to pull something down from the ceiling. I encourage you to try and look at your hand unless you have some neck stuff going on. Then you can just keep looking at the monitor. Keep moving. Even if you're not at my pace, just keep your movement going, especially in warm up. Good. 2 more. And now we're going to do a twist. So big twist, rotate, tap over your shoulder, and then come back to center. Other side. Tap, and other side. Tap. Feel free to use your opposite hand to kind of push yourself around so you can really look over your shoulder. Good. Okay, last 4. 1, I would exhale on the rotation. This is where you can use that TVA activation. Exhale here. 1 more. If it's not too much to think about, of course. Good. And now we're going to come in. I'm going to turn. We have 2 versions of this. Okay. So you're going to extend one leg out. So you can take a leg out. And we're going to be lifting the arms as version 1. Version 2 is just having your hands here. So if you're a higher level injury or you don't have a lot of core stability, I recommend walking yourself down with your hands until you try and tap your foot or your ankle or your knee. And we want to keep the spine long. So you can see how my spine is long. We're not doing this. Okay, and then you're going to walk yourself back up. Okay, that's version 1. Version 2 is arms up, and we're going to reach out and down and then reach back up. And this is if you can keep that hinge. So if you don't have a hinge practice, I highly recommend sticking with the hands, walking down your body, down your thighs. Okay. So the cat-cow is a rounded spine, and now we're doing a hinge, a nice long spine. Okay. 4 more. And 4. And awesome. Good. Okay. I'm going to switch legs. I'm going to do my other one. Okay. Same thing this time. I'll demonstrate with the other version. So I'm coming down, keeping my spine long, going as far as I can, and then coming right back up. And back. Good. Keeping that leg nice and straight. If you don't get very deep, that's okay. It's more about keeping the spine long. I don't really care about how deep you go. Okay, keeping spine long is more important. Okay, 2 more here. And again. And come up. Awesome. Okay, coming back to center, bring your leg back in. Arms are going to go right out to the sides. Hands, fingers are spread all the way out. And then we're going to give ourselves a big hug. Other side. All the way out. Give yourself a big hug. 3. And 4. 5. Nice. 6. 8. That's it. 2 more. You're going to hug yourself at the end. Keep hugging on this last one. And then you're going to try and twist. So keep the feet solid. Knees don't move. And you're going to try and rotate through the belly button. This is another good chance to exhale and engage that TVA if it's accessible to you. And over. Good. Exhale on the rotation. This is 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. And now we're going to get the shoulders in it. Nice big circles. 1. Hopefully we're getting warm. 2. 3. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And then we go 10. Other way. And 1. 2. Just the shoulders are moving. 3. And 4. 5. 6. 7. Good. 8. 9. And 10. Now we're going to come in. Elbows are in. We're going to go 1. Open up. 2. 3. Rotator cuff warm up here. 4. In, and then elbows come down. Good. And 1. Open up. That's it. We're doing 10. If there's a part of this that doesn't feel good, so maybe like overhead doesn't feel good or the internal rotation, you can just take something out and just pause and wait for us to catch up. So if you don't want to do the overhead, you can like pause here and just wait and then meet back up with me after I do that. So options. Good. We're over halfway. Nine. 1 more. Getting those shoulders nice and warm. We're going to be doing overhead work today. And in. Good. Bring one arm at a time, one hand. We're going to pick up sand, squeeze it like it's like sand's pouring out of our fists, and then you're going to flick water off your fingers. Pick up the sand, squeeze, and flick. Pick up the sand, squeeze, and flick. 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 2 more. Flick. Good. Really strong flick. Like you're really going to flick water across the room. Okay, here we go again, other side. And we pick up the sand, squeeze, and flick. Pick up the sand, squeeze, and flick. 3, and boom. Squeeze, use those forearm muscles, get a nice big squeeze. Last 3 here. 2, and 3, and flick. Good, awesome. All right, last thing, we're gonna come in. We're gonna do a half circle with our nose, so just getting the neck going. And look, and look. Nice. So we're controlling the movement with our nose. We're not throwing the movement away or hitting the edge of our neck like rotation or tip. It's nice controlled. Think of a half circle, like you're painting something with your nose in the air. That's it. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and done. Good. Okay, make sure you have water on standby and grab your band to start. We're going to do a little bit more rotator cuff work and a little bit of core work before we get into our cardio. So first things first, we're going to have our elbows in at our rib cage. Okay, elbows aren't going to move. Our palms are up. Okay, and the band is just like at belly button height. So we want to watch that we're not here. I see this a lot. We start doing this. So make sure it's right, like parallel to your belly button. And we're going to think of keeping those elbows in at your ribs. Don't do it for this exercise because we're doing both arms, but you want to think as if you could hold something in at your elbows as you do this movement and they're not going to move. Okay? Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Open and open. And 3, 4. Good. I'm going to do 12. So 10 to 12 would be ideal. Breathing, nice and tall. And good. Awesome. Now we're going to flip the hands and we're going to extend the elbows. So palms are down. This would be a good place if you need grip assistance. You can always have them on your wrist like this. And you can always do this. And then you're going to, that's probably a little too tight. And you're going to extend like you're going to break the band and bring it into your chest. Okay, so my arms on this one are straight. Okay, here we go. Extend. And 6. Good. And 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. And 11. One more. And 12. And take a little break. Good. I'll give you a second to take that off. Okay, 2 options for this core work we can do. You can either have your hands hanging down at your sides. Okay, so not resting on armrests. I would recommend keeping your armrest down for safety. I wouldn't recommend lifting them unless you have a seatbelt. Then you can if you'd like. But otherwise, keep the armrest down and just have your hands on the outside. And we're going to be tipping over and then pull yourself back up. Okay, tipping. So that everybody should be doing this seated. And tipping. Okay, or if you need more of a challenge, you're going to come here. Tipping and up. Tipping and up, okay? Tipping and tipping. Okay, here we go. I'll keep going. This is 10 each side. So pick your poison, pick what you want to use, hands down or hands up. Doesn't matter. As long as you're safe, keep those armrests down. Okay, we're already halfway. Okay, 2 more. and 10, and then take a little break. Good. Shake out those arms, shake out those hands. We're going to do one more set of those 3, and then we're going to get into our cardio circuits. So grab a mini sip of water, and then get ready to set your band up again with elbows bent. Palms up. Some new names in here today. That's awesome. So just a reminder, because I didn't see these names at the beginning, just a reminder, if you have any questions or comments or concerns, you can write them in the chat, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. All right, coming back here. So grabbing your band, palms are up, elbows are in. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. It's like we're hitchhiking outwards with those thumbs. Getting up nice and tall. And that's 12. Awesome. Okay, now we flip. So hands are going to be palms down, arms extended. If you need that wrist or that grip support, go ahead and use your wrists. Okay, you won't have as tight of a grip on this one. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. We're breaking the band. These are called pull aparts. Really good for those shoulder stabilizers as external rotators. This helps with your posture. Heavily needed for any of us that are using any type of mobility device or sitting at a desk all day in front of a computer. For those of us that work, that's it. Two more. And relax. Good. Awesome. Okay, we are done with that. Our last little one here for core, you can either have your hands down and they're going to be over your armrests. Okay, or you can have them up here and they stay there. I'll show this one this time. Here we go. Sitting up tall, and it's like your reminder to you don't want your hip to come off. You're just tipping a little bit so that we have to use those abdominals to come back up. And every time I come back up to center, I'm getting taller. So I'm getting taller. I'm not collapsing as I come back to center. Okay? Here we go. 20, 10 each side, or you take breaks when you need it. Nice and long in the back of the neck. This is my halfway point. What's happening with your breathing? Just notice. Did we fully leave it? Is it gone? Are we still able to get that belly breath? 4 more here. There's a lot to think about, so if it's overwhelming, just pick one, right? Pick the most important. You can always add on later. And that's my 4, and we are done that. Awesome. Okay, that is your circuit. We are now going to get into some timed circuits. We're going to move a little quicker because we're going to get into some cardio, get that heart rate up. So go ahead and grab water if you need it. We're going to start with the ball or whatever heavy thing you have, or light, whatever. I think I said you can use a bender ball. You can use a yoga block, a small weight. I know some of us have small dumbbells at home. That would be fine. Okay, I just don't want you to, I need you to hold something. Okay, so we're going to do circuits of 1 minute each. So 1 minute intervals. And I'm going to give you about not much time in between, but then you're going to get a break afterwards. Okay, so our first one is going to be a push press. Okay, so the ball or whatever it is that you're holding is going to get pushed out with control, back in, and then overhead, and then in. So push, press, push, press. Okay, that is 1 minute. So let's just start with that. If you get tired in the minute, you can slow it down. You can take a break. If you don't want to go overhead, you can also just do pressing or pushing, I should say, instead of the press. Okay. If you have a higher level injury and you want to wear a chest strap, that will allow you to get your arms further out. If you don't have a chest strap, then don't take the arms so far out. Okay. Here we go. So we're going to be on for 1 minute. 3, 2, 1, and go. Push and press. Okay, keep your eyes forward. I see a lot of people, it's a reflex, so we want to look up at the ball when we take it overhead, and that's not going to help you. So try looking forward. Try not look over up at the ball at all. Just trust that it will go above your head or somewhere close to that. Okay, we're already halfway. Whoop, whoop. 10 seconds left. And time. Awesome. Good. All right. From there, we are going to keep holding the ball and we're going to be doing rotations, but it's like a kayak motion. So instead of the dowel, we're twisting and rotating. So it's not quite a kayak like the dowel in the sense that you can extend your arms all the way out. This is a little different because it's like you're just dipping next to like the rim of your chair. Okay, really close. I don't want to see this in the hips when we do it. So if you have a bender ball you're not using, you can put it in between your knees. You can put a band around your knees, something to keep your hips nice and still. Okay, this is also 1 minute. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Not stopping in the center. You're moving right through center, getting as tall as you can, focusing on your breath. Find a fluid movement. It's like a rhythm. Okay. Breathing. Good. Keep going, focusing on that belly breath, sitting up tall, long in that spine. You have 10 seconds left. We can do it. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Okay, we do have one last one in this series. Go ahead and put your ball down. We're going to do jacks. So, no timing this time. We're going to do 10 jacks. I'm going to be taking my arms up, clap, and then I'm going to come down and I'm either going to tip forward with my hinge and clap under my legs, or you're going to just stay tall and like slap the sides of your whatever, your hips, chair, whatever it is you're sitting on. So here, nice long spine down, or here and then tap for 10. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Clap. Try and get that clap in. 2, nice and big. 3, 4, breathing. 5, remember not to look up at the clap. You don't need to look at your hands. 6, keep looking ahead or even down slightly. 7, 8, we're almost there. 9, 10, last clap underneath. And good. Okay, that is a big circuit. Whew. Catch your breath. Let your heart rate come down. I'm going to crack my window. And then we're going to do that again. You have about 30 seconds before we start. It's getting really pretty outside. Get our workouts done, and then we can play in the sun. Or shade. Some of us like shade. All right, are we ready? So reminder, our first one is a push press. So we're here, and then we're pressing. Variation is taking out the press. Just doing push, 1 minute, then we're doing kayaking right through, 1 minute, and then we put the ball away, and we're gonna do our jacks for 10, okay? Both of the first 2 exercises are 1 minute. Here we go. 3, push press, 2, 1, and we go here. Nice long back of the neck. We are halfway there. Feel those feet nice and solid, hips grounded. You wouldn't think that has to do with this exercise, but it does. Think of getting really heavy in those hips. Really reaching to the ceiling. Breath. How's that TVA breathing going for those of you that take my classes a lot? And time. Awesome. That was your minute. All right, here we go. I'll give you like 10 seconds, and then we're getting into our kayaks. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. No hip wiggle parties. Solid. Band around your around your hips if you need it for next time. Or we're holding a bender ball if you have the tight adductors, just to stay solid in those hips. Rotate through the belly button. We did lots of warming up the core today with rotation even. So really focusing on that belly button rotating. We are over halfway. Feel free to dip a little further than I'm doing if that speaks to you, because I'm going to hit the couch otherwise. Hopefully you guys aren't doing it on a couch like me. Breathing, you have 5 seconds from here. You're almost there, hang in, and time. Beautiful. Okay, this one is just 10 reps. Put your ball aside. Here we go. 3, claps, 2, overhead, 1, and down. I want to hear the clap at the top. Two more. And that was my 10. Good. Okay, we are going to do all this again. Get some water. I'll give you about 30 seconds, and then we're going to start. I hope everybody's doing okay, especially the newbies in here. Glad to have you here. If there's anything I'm not giving in terms of a regression or even a progression, let me know, and I'll help you out. Okay, always happy to help however I can. Okay, same order, same 3 exercises. Okay, getting ready. Grab your ball. All right, are we ready? Starting in 3 with the push press. 2, 1, and go. Breathing. Breathing is our first thing to go, so I can't remind you enough to keep that breath going. Over halfway. Feeling those shoulders working. You got about 10 seconds here, folks. Keep moving if you can. This is the end stretch of this one. And time. Awesome. See a question here. Oh, I love it when the people in the group say hi to other people because they know each other. That's kind of cool. All right. Second one. Here we go. Kayaks. 3, 2, 1, and we're off. No stopping in the middle. You're going from right to left, no stopping. Sometimes we stop, so I just want to make that clear. Not today. Dip that ball down as far as you can. Keep the ball really close to your body. Think of getting nice and tall. You are over halfway. Ten seconds, everyone. Long in the spine, really rotate your belly button. And that is your 10. Beautiful. Okay, setting it aside. Jacks. Here we go. Actually put that down. Okay, 3, 2, 1, 10. I want to hear the clap. Halfway. Last one. And that was your 10. Awesome, good. Okay, sip of water. And then we're actually going to do this one more time. 4 rounds today. I know it's a lot. I probably lied. I don't think we're going to use the dowel. I thought I was going to use it in the warm-up, but I used the ball instead. But that's okay. Just ignore your dowel. So you are done with everything else. So just use the whatever it is that you were using for your kayaks and your push press. And then we're going to do this one last time. Take 30 seconds from here. And then we will get started. Oops. There. Can everyone still see the captioning? Can someone write in the chat and just see if they can still see captioning? That would be great. Perfect. Thanks, Nicole.
Perfect.
Yeah, thank you. Awesome. I actually might need to learn how to do that from you for another project, Sasha.
Oh yeah, totally. I can definitely.
It's probably easy, but I just don't know how to do it.
Yeah, we do it through like a separate streaming software, but I think
Oh, you do? Okay. Do you want to email that to me?
Yeah, totally. I'll send over the instructions.
Perfect. That'd be great. Thank you.
Of course, no worries.
All right, last round, everybody. Here we go. Push press. 3, 2, 1. Okay, remember, if you have been moving through this the whole time, that's awesome. You can always take out the overhead. It will be a little bit more challenging. You can always take a mini break for 5 seconds and then jump right back into it. But just do your best. This is your last round. Okay, keep your eyes forward. We're not looking at the ball overhead, remember? You are already halfway. Are you as tall as can be? 15 seconds. Breathing. Feet solid in the floor. 2 and time. Awesome. Done with overhead. Here we go. Kayaks for 3, 2, 1. Keep moving. Get that heart rate up. Get into your rhythm. That's it. Breathing, rotating through that belly button. You are already over halfway. Remember, we're not stopping in the middle today. Keep moving side to side, side to side. 10 seconds. 2 and time. Beautiful. All right, last thing today, we have our jacks. These should be your best jacks of the day because it's the last one. Reach for the sunshine. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Clap. I should hear it. Keep that breath going, especially if you're feeling a bit winded. You can do it. That part where it feels the hardest, that's where we need to work. Over halfway. And 10. And done. Awesome. Good. Okay, get some water. Just give your head a little shake. Make sure your neck isn't too tense. We'll do a little bit of a neck stretch since we did do so much overhead. So you're going to bring your chin, make a bunch of double chins, hands at your sides, and then grab something imaginary with your chin. And you're going to hold. Okay, and this was only done, we're only going to get the benefits of this if we're as tall as can be. Okay, 30 seconds. If you need extra, you can always bring your hand and help. Focusing on that breath. It's a little hard to breathe in this position, I know, but do your best. And then you're going to slowly come on up, moving slowly. 4 big shoulder rolls coming back. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Beautiful. Awesome, everybody. Okay, that is the workout for today. So we did a little bit of core at the beginning, some breath work, cardio. Feel free to rewatch this video. It gets posted. And if you're an Ocean Insider Club member, Coach Sierra has a couple cardio videos up on the site that are about the same length as today. Super fun, and you can work out with her. Awesome. I hope everybody has a great day. Enjoy the sunshine if you're in BC, Vancouver, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Thanks, Janice. Thanks, Nicole. Great, glad you came. Thanks, other Nicole. Nice to meet you. Thanks, Marnie.
Perfect. And I will
Awesome.
toggle off